I'm Mystic Rose. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about what are spirit guides and how can you talk to them and hear them talking to you and hear them communicating with you, and how to recognize that when they are trying to communicate with you, because some people say, I talk to my spirit guides but I can't hear them talking to me. And this is quite common, so let's talk about this a little bit. So what are spirit guides? Spirit guides, just like the name sounds, they are guides in spirit that they're mainly here to help guide us to where we need to be. Some of them lived in human form once upon a time. They have passed over. It could be family members or friends, or it even could be people we don't even know. It could be people that we knew in a different lifetime. Sometimes they're from different galaxies, like Pleiadian nature, or any of the other types of realms out there. They could be angelic guides, and you definitely have more than one guide. Everybody has more than one guide. So they are very helpful. They are spirits who, they're not here to tell you what to do, but they're just here to mainly act as your guide. And how do they do that? Well, sometimes they communicate to you through use of songs on the radio, or angel numbers, seeing 1111 on the clock and noticing it. That can be a way for your guides to get your attention, to let you know that they're with you. If you want to talk to your spirit guides and hear them talking back to you in this way, then you need to awaken your psychic abilities and practice clairaudience. Because clairaudience just means clear hearing, and I have a video all about that in my library, and feel free to check that out. I'll leave a link for that in the description box below so that you can check that out. But it's just called clairaudience, and it's for clear hearing, and there are ways to improve this gift, but it's basically you know that you're hearing a voice in your head that is not your own, and you can learn to trust it, because if it's positive, then it's good. That's what I always say. If it's negative, don't listen to it, because it's probably not your spirit guides or angels. It could be a negative entity, or it could be your ego talking. So that is all about like just discerning what kind of voice this is that you're hearing, and that's all part of clairaudience. So how do you practice this psychic hearing? Well, there are ways to develop this gift. You've got to clear your mind completely, and you can do this through meditation. You can tune into the frequency of spirit, just much like a radio, and start practicing talking to your guides, and see if you can hear anything. It's not going to sound like a voice talking to you audibly, like your mom or your dad would talk to you, or your husband or wife would talk to you, or your friends. It's going to be like an internal voice. And it's something that you just have to practice. So spend some quiet time every day. Sometimes mornings are best, because at night when you lay down, I don't know about you guys, but if I wait till it's too late at night and I'm very sleepy to do this, I might just fall asleep. Another wonderful thing is to practice guided meditation. I can also link in the description box below a link to my guided meditation video, where you can meet your spirit guide and have a conversation with them. It's an amazing experience. If you've never experienced it before, and if you're open to it, do be sure to watch that video, because I think that you could get a lot out of it. So as far as like just becoming more aware and more sensitive, you can practice just closing your eyes and listening to sounds around you. Just all kinds of sounds that jump out, and you'll just naturally, after a lot of practice and self-discipline, you will naturally learn to be in tune with the sounds of the spirit realm. And increasing this psychic sensitivity is going to open up all kinds of new ways that you can hear your spirit guides more clearly. So it's so exciting. And but there is a type of clairaudience where you can actually hear something audibly, and I've heard this happen before with other people, and I've actually experienced it a couple of times, where I've heard an audible voice. So this can happen to you at any time. Usually you just do not expect it, and you could hear a voice saying anything, and it's surprising, very surprising. It just comes out of nowhere. But usually it's not audible. They only do that like when it's a warning or something like that. Usually it's for a warning sign, and they will say something to you kind of abruptly. But usually it's a voice inside of your head that you just know is not your own, because it's either going to be sounding like sophisticated in a way, or like all-knowing. It could be just using words that you don't even know exist, or talking about things that are just very deep and wise and intelligent and eye-opening. So having conversations with your guides can be really special. And a book that you might be interested in to kind of get you to open up to this vibration of talking to God or your angels and hearing them talking back to you. There's a wonderful book by Neale Donald Walsh called Conversations with God, and I recommend it highly to anyone who is really interested in communing with God and with spirit in general. Excellent book. It's so magical because, anyone can do this. Anyone can hear spirit guides and talk to spirit guides or God. It's not just for a select few. Everyone can do this. So if you have this feeling that you want to do this in your heart, do be sure to listen to that, because it means that you're being called to have a conversation with your spirit guides or with God or your angels. They're there to help you on this journey. You're not alone, and you may want to have a conversation with them when you're feeling like you don't know what to do. They can help you to make a decision. Like I said before, though, they're not going to tell you what to do, but they can offer solutions to you from a very wise perspective. That's like an all-knowing kind of perspective. So they give wonderful advice. Also, it's just like something to do if you're lonely and you feel scared, because I think we've all been there before, like just sitting in an empty house or something, and maybe you live alone, and let's say you don't have the TV on to distract you, and all of a sudden you're in a silent moment and you start panicking. Know that you're never alone, and that you can always have a conversation with God, with your spirit guides, and with your angels anytime you want to. This includes deceased loved ones who are there for us as well. With this, the only caveat that I would say is to sage before you contact deceased loved ones, or like just set the intention, light a candle, something like that, just to kind of clear the energies, because you don't want any negative entities trying to come in and steal a show or anything. So like, just set the intention that you want to talk to your specific deceased loved one, and keep it positive and keep your intentions set on that, so that you don't get any like interference or anything like that. But you can talk to your deceased loved ones and you can hear them back. And another thing that goes along really great with this is automatic writing. So I have a video on that as well, and I can link that in the description box below as well. It's all about whatever you're hearing, you write it down. It's a wonderful tool because that way you don't forget and you can look back upon it anytime. So keep that in mind. All right, well, I hope that you've learned a little bit about how to talk to your spirit guides and how to hear them speaking to you. And so if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, like this video, share, comment. I always like to read your comments. And subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you be part of my YouTube family. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being part of my YouTube family, and I really appreciate you. And as always, many blessings to you all.